Serve the console.
It's not only common sense, it's your sworn duty.
Now on to other matters. Now listen to this.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You poor, dangling remainder. Your brain really is frozen, isn't it? Originally, this was a subterranean network that let folks move between the critical components of the archive. But now, for us, it's a tomb. Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls, and no doubt, the rest are predestined to join them. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play, though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. The paths down here all connect, so no matter which direction you go, eventually you'll find your way back to me. Nevertheless, venture south and you'll reach the thermal transfer station, which regulates archive heat. Go northwest and encounter cold storage, which houses its data cartridges. In the loop between the two lay the lift controls. Though be warned, they are incredibly well protected and have repelled every assault we've thrown at it. What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? No. A significant number of Antes troopers are trapped down here with us. Though despite odds so outrageous they'd barely be worth calculating, we've actually formed a truce. Though, if I'm being honest, I'd certainly sleep better if I wasn't unceasingly concerned about their perpetual capitalistic calculating. Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your odds of survival. First, you will frequently encounter ursopods, which are native to these tunnels. Also, near the thermal transfer station is an infestation of crabbles that are breeding in abundant numbers. And directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's Choice Adrena time. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
Not watching.
How can it be part of the universal equation that we die down here? It doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't balance the universe. Unless it really wants
Guess
those
if things get
crabbles
bad
to be
enough,
fed.
anyone can become friends.
Our colony, Arcadia, our home.
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse? You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed as leader of this motley band. Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then, the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again. Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Unbeknownst to us simple combat shiffers, there was a master switch that managed the breakers, controlling power to the lifts and exterior doors. As they began to lose ground, the Protectorate garrisoned automechs, flipped the switch, retreated into the foundational buildings, and locked them from the inside. Of course, all we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Time for discounts.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague before night passed. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Oh, thank the law. I've always thought the same. Wait, let's focus on my patients before you start playing alienist. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building. Some other Auntie's Choice folk took the place over, and they're about as keen on sharing as I am on being a Sawbones. But I'm sure they're the only danger you'll face. Aside from the man-eating ursopods, bitter cold, precarious pits, and occasional landmines. Good luck.
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point.
Can't afford.
Just don't feel like a human being if my...
Auntie stresses that we should always be ready to ply our trade, even if it means we're trading ice for snow. I'm sure one way or another, we can strike some kind of deal.
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to cure your vanity?
Of course not, that's idiotic. I just want you to say you feel sorry for me.
Not as sorry as I feel about having...
Of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of
having
dangerous
a
thought. I, Redcloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen. The eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Redcloak, our hero courageously withstood the materialistic temptations and nauseating crabwitch stench of Britain's barbaric and loyal machine. Just as Redcloak is inspiring our corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions, the treacherous forces of the Order take custody of them, aided by the former partner, Dunn. Now Auntie's Choice and the Order are in a standoff, weapons leveled at each other, with
Mobilizing. You try to limit further distance. Better sleep with both eyes open.
allies will overlook your last bullet if you turn over Redcloak. Isn't that right?
Yes. In fact, we are willing to add an additional 3% to the agreed-upon payment to encourage your compliance in our deal by 22%.
Suddenly, consumerism isn't so appealing. Redcloak's inspiring resistance to our brand realizer has demonstrated failings of our morally bankrupt society.
Impossible. But we predicted with 47% certainty that this, in your was a...
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
It appears that your math is faulty.
Yeah, who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me.
Really? You think that's the right tone to take?
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job.
I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Of course! I'm doing what is smart and profitable under Auntie's laws, and I'll be damned if you two idiots will dissuade me. We do? I mean, of course, you're right. I'm sorry. But I saw a chance to get ahead, and Auntie always demands we take those chances when we see them.
I get it. Of course I thought about it, but I knew it'd be a mistake. And now, thanks to that foresight, my profits will go further since I'm not splitting them.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
I'll handle this.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on.
Worthless
Investigating hostile intentions.
Realistic temptations and nauseating crab-witch stench of Auntie's barbaric memorializer machine. Just as Red Cloak was inspiring captors to abandon their consumed operations, the traitorous forces of aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Dunn.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Are in a standoff.
You'll try to limit further damage. Could, but alas, it's not charged.
You lower your weapons, greedy crow.
A lot.
Thank you.
Suddenly, consumerism isn't so appealing. Red Cloak's inspiring resistance to our brand loyalizer has demonstrated the failings of our morally bankrupt society.
Impossible. But we predicted with 47% certainty that this, in your vernacular, a done force plus squared.
Appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of the plan. These events are all according
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Vex us with
Who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me.
Really? You think that's the right tone to take? You may be ruthless in selling out your partners, but you're a terrible negotiator.
lies. I am too far indoctrinated.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist,
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job.
I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Oh, you are, huh? Just you. Well, I'm relieved to hear we're all saved.
Well, I might be saved, but either way, you're canned crabble meat.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Resorting to violence.
It is never too late to return.
I don't care.
I'm the one who taught you.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines? Why are you yelling at me?
You're only. Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. I figured you'd see it my way. You may want to step back to keep the blood.
But I'm living up.
I get.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Companion in one well-nourished pun.
It is never too late to return to the Protectorate, where all needs are met, where the Consul, in his benevolence, cares for all.
Lies. I am too far indoctrinated into the chaos of the Order and their grand plan.
Not true. Return with me for mental refreshment. Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of this.
I don't care what you throw.
I'm the one who taught you those damn...
Really? We get to keep all this stuff and you'll just leave? Yeah. That's great. Best for everyone. You should be moving on. Nothing for you here.
Nothing here for you either.
But I'm...
I got...
To corpse.
An ally. Body not protect.
It is never too late.
I'm the one who taught you those damn...
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But I think the rifts have claimed them. We've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that's exactly what we've done.
Now, will there be anything else? Or can we finish our argument in peace?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Oh, you are, huh? Just you. Well, I'm relieved to hear we're all saved.
Well, I might be saved, but either way, you're canned crabble meat.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Proceeding to attack.
Middle managers, resume the corporate anthem. No, the new one.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We've been told to stay... Thank you for your...
Turning enemies into neighbors, showing turncloaks the error of their calculations. And yet Redcoat's work is far from concluded. Where uncertainty festers, she roots it out. Where there is questioning talk, she will be listening. And where a seditious turncoat needs a well-nourished punch, she will be there. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm.
Thank you for your...
And now, the latest word on superior protective products.
Lay 3 nourished meals a day. Seek instant sustenance with prestige force loaf. Only the purest natural ingredients. Chilled into a glittering loaf shape. It's ready to eat, with or without heat. Prestige force loaf. It's contentment.
Perfect products. Only about let's not gloat. Our station offers only taste and music for protectorate subjects. It's your duty, because our way is superior to others.
Mobilizing. Aggressor at hand.
Thank you for your help.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do.
Duly noted, Subaltern Prescott. I just cannot think of a steadier hand to take the reins from the Sovereign as he
It's nice to see people dying of
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the Sovereign's vision, no need for your decision.
of natural causes for a change.
Blissfully empty, da-da-do.
Wait! Do not shoot! Watch yourself. Hello again. What can I help you with? Maybe.
abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with a vital missive. I'm so thrilled to be the first to congratulate.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. I'm not sure it even is still medicine. Oh, laws. I can tell you no more about this than I do, but I really hope you're right. Still, you did what I asked, and I ain't the type to leave a debt unpaid. Here you are. Hope you don't come back to a room of corpses.
Predicted and planned for, like all events.
Time for discounts.
You've returned. What brings you back to us? Of course. All we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperate...
Always do your very best.
Investigate. Target analyzed. Turn down fire.
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Attention, neighbors. Fear not if you miss the momentous news, for it bears repeating a second, third, even a 10th time. The Sovereign himself reported for mental refreshment. The inspiring tidings came from the Consul's own mouth. Hear his announcement again and be uplifted by this complete validation of our perfect society.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you not as the consul, nor even which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend you and
Isn't that wonderful? Contentment as we replay the consul's inspiring announcement. Another song in an expertly curated playlist.
Proceeding to attack.
Get this
Protectorate engineers. Nothing they didn't repair much.
Nothing knows what was like, you know. Resorting to violence. Go for torpification. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around?
Mobilizing.
Sorry,
I've no target.
These commendable comestibles.
Fulfilling your protectorate duties shouldn't get in the way of 3 nourishful meals a day. Seek instant sustenance with Prestige Borscht Loaf. Purest natural ingredients, congealed into an appealing loaf shape. Ready to eat, with or without heat. Prestige Borscht Loaf. It's contentment in a can.
Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Now, listen to this.
Reading that manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Calmly speaking to authority at their behest. Fancy moving back from spaces round the door frame. Have place on
keeping up my aggression. Take umbrage. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their weaknesses. I'll handle this. Target M. Bad way to go.
Schermerhorn, my new neighbor, is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless a lot of dangerous thought. Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel partner Dunning as a turncoat, only to become ensnared deep in enemy territory. Now she has been whisked to Auntie's Choice headquarters, with only her keen sense of in Episode 2, The Customer is Dead. Welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak. I trust you are duly impressed.
What?
I said, welcome to Auntie's Choice head office.
How do you basically monitor what you're saying at all times?
You'll learn to appreciate it. And its obsession with cheaply produced Red Cloak. Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
I'd rather starve. Wait for what?
Why are you to abandon your precious community? Consumerism.
Ha! You're waiting an eternity, corporate fiend. I'll never turn my back on the console.
Our marketing executives would say that. Middle managers, bring out the brand loyalizer.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
120% cheaper to operate. Also has 130% more crab witch scent. 1 minute in the brand loyalizer and you'll emerge new and improved. Bowing down to the bit. The consummate consumer in our target market.
Whatever you're peddling, I'll never purchase.
Demonstration is in order. Lower managers, bring in Red Cloak's turncoat companion, Sentinel Dunning. Strap him into the brand. No, you want to deliver both Red Cloak and I. We had a deal.
Sentinel Dunning, you fool. These people honor their bargains no more than you honored your sworn duty to
Standing by to stupefy.
Locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors.
Like me!
Material. Goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for crab which. Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can snack on? Certainly. Consume these Auntie's Choice crisps, quite fresh, extruded from the chemical slowing vats just last year. It's Red Cloak's turn in the
I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent consul are upon me, lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in there. Remember to keep your arms and legs inside the loyalizer at all times. Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 210%.
And so our hero Red Cloak faces her greatest challenge yet, locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors. Will the brand loyalizer shake her faith in the paradigm? Of course not. Who would even entertain such a thought? A dramatic escape is afoot in the next episode of I, Red Cloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
I find myself asking, what would Red Cloak do? Dutifully transition to other content, of course. Now listen to this.
Wishes are less than nothing to someone who wants for naught. Let the caretakers and lead you daily. It is better for the beggars and those who are not. Ideas are dangerous and can break you and take you away from the role that you play. Everything is grand and paradigm glad. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told. just do as you're told. Watching and guiding, system abiding, do not go sliding away. We're never hiding, they stay providing, do as you're told and obey. Working and fighting, faithfully striding, do not go gliding away. Thoughts are dividing, so they stay deciding, just do as you're told and obey.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Ceaseless service stokes a hearty appetite. Sustain that zeal with the perfectly perfunctory meal. Moderation mini rolls. Modestly flavorful, yet free of additive toxins. There's a wholesome banquet in every bite. Moderation mini rolls. Filling and duty fulfilling. Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy.
Now to activate the system.
Not complete!
I'm back instead.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Standing by to stupefy.
I'm alone.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will knock them down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
A glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshocked, plasma smelted, cyranium gassed, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. And my heart, it beats till it slows. But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift. When I wish for all who live, it's a privilege to die for the cause.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment. How can one not when life is so so perfect. Yet, it's every subject's duty to reflect fondly and often on the path that led us here. So spend a moment in remembrance of our matriarch, who not only drafted the blueprint of our perfect society, but also the space-traversing technology that made it possible. She alone recognized that old Earth had become a fallow garden, where only the seeds of base emotions, avarice, jealousy, and hate.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed.
Hazard benefits!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Get the splash!
Victory or death! Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Like me!
Adversary vulnerable.
Ready! Tortured.
You better sleep with...
charismatic mathematician predicted that in our prime, we might
Worthless bodies.
And lo, it came to pass.
Rival. Eliminate.
Look at me with my extra backroom break. Can't complain about your contract if you don't negotiate. Enemy spotted.
Resorting to...
Change!
Target.
refreshment is so important?
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refreshes the mind. A thing of sympathy.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up.
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the exclusive direction of the console.
I'll handle this.
It's the law. Next up.
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Investigating hostile intentions. Personnel.
It's the law. And now this.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Proceeding to attack.
Hurt more.
Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Better than overtime. Where's our boss? Not my blood.
Go for torpification.
Boldly striving to maintain source. Never made anybody honing in on source. And I believe. Continuing that day, thoughts have never been
Investigating hostile intentions.
Not
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
with the perfectly perfunctory meal. Moderation mini rolls. Mostly flavorful, yet free of additives. Every bite. Moderation mini rolls. Filling and duty fulfilling. Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. I'm alive. Yeah.
Unidentified stimuli. Indeterminate origin.
Rat adversary.
Electrical dampers failing.
It must have been lonely hiding out by yourself all that time. Time as Initiate Alpha and Golden Ridge.
I wasn't hiding, just doing what needed to be done. And I was hardly lonesome. My Vaporwave cereals provided a sufficient proxy for human interaction.
I can't speak for anyone but myself, but being part of this crew has really helped me. I don't think I'd ever have seen what the Dawn really was without you all.
You'd be surprised at what you can learn from people when you don't try to brutally murder them, dear.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with some authentic talk. Eden's abundance can make subjects soft. Law knows my edges have rounded a smidge over the years.
Ha! Yes, what a relatable thing you just said, Prudence. We all wish our physiques were as perfect as our system.
Our pursuit of perfection must extend below the neck, Subaltern Prescott. We need a responsible regimen to stay in fighting shape.
Robustness routine of the exercise program. It's a mental refreshment for the lungs. Mandatory and no crime there, right? 67 seconds. Average duration of a harsh bronzing in the even zone. Don't you die on me now. What would your neighbors think?
Okay. Toughening exertions for now. Return to your duty, subjects. Sore but proud of a robustness routine done well. When we are strong together, nobody can hack, cleave, wing, or bronze us from running the ball into our opponent's Sunday goal. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
We are each of us ennobled by our place within the system. Your task awaits. We've got a job to do. On to people. We've got a job to do. It's our work.
Take a breath and hold it for 67 seconds. Average duration of a harsh bronzing in the even zone. Don't you die on me now. What would your neighbor...
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Ceaseless service stokes a hearty appetite. Sustain that zeal with the perfectly perfunctory meal. Moderation mini rolls. Modestly flavorful, yet free of additive toxins. There's a wholesome banquet in every bite. Moderation mini rolls. Filling and duty fulfilling. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the console, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Workplace dangerous can cause
abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with some authentic talk. Eden's abundance can make subjects soft. Law knows my edges have rounded a smidge over the years.
Ha! Yes, what a relatable thing you just said, Prudence. We all wish our physiques were as perfect as our system.
Our pursuit of perfection must extend below the neck, Subaltern Prescott. We need a responsible regimen to stay in fighting shape.
Good thing we all follow the robustness routine of the Eden League. Exercise program of the Pitchball Pros. It's like mental refreshment for the muscles. Mandatory and fun. No crime in that, right?
Not typically, no. Subjects, squat and give me 50 loin girders. Push through the abdominal cramping.
You're at the 90/40th line. Almost halfway done. Take a breath and hold it for 67 seconds. Average duration of a harsh bronzing in the even zone. Don't you die on me now. What would your neighbors think?
Okay, I think that's enough toughening exertions for now. Return to your duty, subjects. Sore but proud of a robustness routine done well. When we are strong together, nobody can hack, cleave, wing, or bronze us from running the ball into our opponent's Sunday goal. Now, on to other matters. Now, listen to this. Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. And now this.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Red Cloak, our hero courageously withstood the materialistic temptations and nauseating crab witch stench of Auntie's barbaric brand loyalizer machine. Just as Red Cloak was inspiring her corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions, the traitorous forces of the Order arrived to take custody of her, aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Dunning. Now Auntie's choice and the Order are in a standoff, weapons leveled at each other, with fearless Red Cloak betwixt them. Thrilled to her inspiring redemption of these misguided foes, in the fourth and final episode, Order from Chaos.
Dunning, everyone, now is the time for community, not hostility. Lower your weapons.
No, you lower your weapons, greedy corporatists. I'm certain my reformed Order allies will overlook your lapse in judgment if you turn over Red Cloak. Isn't that right?
Yes. In fact, we are willing to add an additional 3% to the agreed-upon payment to encourage your compliance in our deal by 22%.
Suddenly, consumerism isn't so appealing. Red Cloak's inspiring resistance to our brand loyalizer has demonstrated the failings of our morally bankrupt society.
Impossible. But we predicted with 47% certainty that this, in your vernacular, was a done deal. Force plus mass equals squared.
It appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of your grand plan. These events are all according to the paradigm.
Do not attempt to vex us with appealing and irrefutable statements, Red Cloak.
Unburden yourself of vexation, Dunning. It is never too late to return to the Protectorate, where all needs are met, where the Consul, in his benevolence, cares for all.
Lies! I am too far indoctrinated into the chaos of the Order and their grand plan.
Not true. Return with me for mental refreshment. Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of these confused thoughts, your wanton overthinking.
I shall never return to the Protectorate.
Once again, you fell your former companion in one well-nourished punch. Huzzah, I say!
Red Cloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated predictions. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We theorized our grand plan was greater than the paradigm, yet it is clearly less than. We see the error in our calculations. We would serve the Consul again, if you allow it.
Gladly. He is a kind, forgiving man who loves all of his subjects.
We base individualists in Auntie's choice are ready to break free from the shackles of consumerism, to join you in the perfect life of abundance.
Then return with me, new corporate neighbors and former traitorous Order colleagues, to Eden.
Middle managers, resume the corporate anthem. No, the new one!
Help me carry Dunning's unconscious form. Let us all be mentally refreshed to cease your troubled thoughts. For the Consul, for Arcadia, our home.
And so, Red Cloak concludes another successful and inspiring mission, turning enemies into neighbors, showing Turncloaks the error of their calculations. And yet Red Cloak's work is far from concluded. Where uncertainty festers, she roots it out. Where there is questioning talk, she will be listening. And where a seditious turncoat needs a well-nourished punch, she will be there. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the Consul, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm.
Consider me uplifted. Let's see what's next. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one. Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
Every day I am giving all myself in his name. I know this to be true. He cares for you. Sovereign deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him, believe you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I still my devotion have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. Why I love my sovereign. I can. That is my great sovereign's loving. That's why I love my sovereign.
Why are you running around so much? Where do you keep going? Watch yourself.
The lifts are once again working. I honestly cannot imagine how you've managed such a feat, but on behalf of us all, I am truly grateful. As soon as we finish gathering supplies and rallying together, we'll be returning to the surface. I wonder if this truce will hold or melt in the sunlight.
Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stow my lotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Prudence dictates the most vigilant defense is a virile offense.
Say, isn't that the team motto of the Protectors of Piety?
Can't get a pitchball reference past you, Subaltern Prescott. We can learn from organized athletics. Our enemies are always gunning for our secondary goal.
What can I do? I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscle atlas. A hydration specialist at best. Unfit for the field, but eager to rise from the side boundaries of
filling up
All subjects must
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
plenitude of natural resources. Our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Quite the example of entropy at work. And it is... And a disgusting one at that. Certainly the Ursipod ceased generating body heat the moment it expired.
It must have been lonely hiding out by yourself all that time as Initiate Alva in Golden Ridge.
I wasn't hiding, just doing what needed to be done. And I was hardly lonesome. My Aetherwave serials provided a sufficient proxy for human interaction.
I can't speak for anyone but myself, but being part of this crew has really helped me. I don't think I'd ever have seen what the Dawn really was without you all.
You'd be surprised at what you can learn from people when you don't try to brutally murder them, dear. Hostilities are afoot. I'll handle this. Investigating hostile. Thank you.
The Sovereign itself reported for mental refreshments. Inspiring tidings came from the consul's own mouth. Hear his announcement again, and be boosted by this complete validation of our perfect society.
Listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve to evolve. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly,
For I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors.
Isn't that wonderful? Even the sovereign eagerly pursues perfection. Now bask in the contentment as we replay the consul's inspiring announcement around the clock.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all protectorate subjects. Tender filet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Sure, there's a more efficient way of cooling a computronic system than building it out of an ice moon. Wonder if putting it in orbit would work.
Worthless bodies.
It is fitting that we move underground to burn out every
Now
single
watch
root the Protectorate has left on Cloister.
Is the pain of this wound making me hallucinate? Or are you the unforeseen interloper my scouts have been speaking of? Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold. You what? On your own. We've been fighting for weeks to try and gain access to the controls, and you simply waltz in on a whim? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your goal now? We could greatly use your help if you are willing. That, I fear, is a seriously dangerous proposition. My soldiers were fighting our way into the complex when those bastards activated the fire suppression system. It froze every person fighting inside the complex, Order and the Protectorate both, to solid ice. They sacrificed every soldier they had to keep from losing that building. Wouldn't that have... No. It never even... I was so focused on saving those remaining that it never occurred to me to push forward. I suppose it speaks to how rarely I'd crunch these sorts of equations under stress, as my compatriots died beside me. And now my inexperience has trapped us here. That is absolutely amazing news. Then we are going to re-establish contact with the surface. We can evacuate our wounded, resupply, and reinforce. May the plan guide you through this underground nightmare. And may all your equations unveil their integers without error.
Get in the way of 3 nourishful meals a day.
Can't afford.
Another new face, glorious. It is so cold, my fingers appear to be in rigor. I've not slept in 3 days, and I've any number of high-risk patients in need of tending. I trust you'll pardon my brusque manner. You've something of import to discuss, I gather? Perhaps. Do you know anything about treating frostbite? I'm in desperate need of alternative treatments to debridement. I don't have enough clean gauze and antibiotics to cover all of the frozen dead flesh that needs scraping off the still living muscles and bones. That is brilliant. And as long as I can contain the vapor in the boiling vessel, I can reuse the wine indefinitely. That is a brilliant solution. Thank you for your help. Is there anything I can do for you?
Next time we build a computer in the heart of a frozen planet, we should stockpile wood to burn as bonfires. You know, just in case.
Only security personnel are permitted in this booth. The clearance order just came through. You're free to proceed into the lift. Mobilizing.
Taking cover.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Anyone standing between us and our goals seems to have a very short life expectancy.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information. If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
The reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel partner Dunning as a turncoat, only to become ensnared deep in enemy territory.
This didn't happen naturally. These poor fools were flash frozen somehow.
Like us.
Wants to save her. Thrilled to her unflagging zeal in Episode 2, The Customer is Always Dead.
Welcome to Anti's head office, Red Cloak. I trust you are duly impressed.
What?
I said, welcome to Anti's
Stop
head
talking.
office, Red Cloak.
Speak up!
Mute the corporate anthem, please.
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work. Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Our society and its obsession with cheaply produced wares soon enough, Red Cloak. Care for a package of Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
I'd rather starve. Wait for what?
Why, for you to abandon your precious community.
All it took was some light
to put
instruction,
your
and
silly
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
Experts predicted you would say.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did.
What is that barbaric contraption?
Think of it as our answer to your mental refreshment. Only it's 110% more effective and 120% cheaper.
Please, I need to know how you access these machines. What did you press? I thought we'd tried everything. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do?
I suppose a demonstration is in order. Lower managers, bring in Red Cloak's turncoat companions.
What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything.
No. You were supposed to deliver both Red Cloak and I to the Order unharmed. It was stipulated in our contract. Paragraph 16.
Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work.
Silence, Red Cloak. It will be your turn soon.
Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines whirring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken.
Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the Loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family.
Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory?
How do you feel, young former Protectorate Sentinel?
Fine. A little obsessed with material goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for crab, which... Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can snack on?
Certainly. Consume
Wonderful! My theory is that rather than just freezing these folk, the LN2CO2 mixture infiltrated their cells, and if I can remove and replace it, then they'll go back to normal.
Cloak's turn in the Loyalizer. Lower middle managers, strap her in.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent console are upon me, lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in.
An ionic magnet. In order to draw out the chemicals, it would have to be incredibly powerful, and we would need a way to preserve the tissue as it is being returned to normal. But yes, under the right circumstances, and if we operated very, very slowly, it just might work. Why, with a bit of luck, I could have the system up and working within the hour. Thank you for your help. It may be the best shot these poor souls have at returning to life. Let's start testing. Come in, just... please. Be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system. I've removed the passkey, but I don't want to end up like those poor sods.
Consider me uplifted. Let's see what's following something performed and recorded in the explicit direction of the console. Which reflects his excessively high standards.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, My faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
I wonder if there's some way for the machines you've accessed to help me in my research. Please excuse me while I explore the various possibilities. Guards! Remove this gadabout immediately!
Combat prop. Worthless bodies.
We've received your alarm. Curative is building. What is the emergency?
Commander, that was cold-blooded. Get it? Cold-blooded? Nothing?
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's favorite Prudence, with sanctioned wireless. We all know that life in the Protectorate is perfect, but it doesn't seem like lately our lives are more perfect than
What a perfect observation, Prudence. Life lately does seem extra perfect.
I've never slept more soundly than knowing we are safe from enemies without. Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Faithful neighbors, we all know that life in the Protectorate is just perfect. But doesn't it seem like lately our lives are more perfect than ever?
What a perfect observation, Prudence. Life lately perfectly perfect.
I've never slept more soundly.
Arrival.
Safe from
Illuminate.
and the occasional misguided
Hostile in
subject
proximity.
within. Why, we've gotten word that our beloved sentinels, arbiters who have so tragically turned their backs on our community.
Mental refreshment is too good for these faithless former enforcers of Protectorate justice.
So true. Our tireless sentinels are relentless in their pursuit, closing disgraced arbiters' traitorous heels. So take
What? And just how exactly are we supposed to get that thing moving again?
by the blood of our enemies, grinding them into bone and dust, and sleep peacefully.
I know I will. Next up.
As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Stop talking.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Proceeding to attack.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate abundance.
Got a spark bug in your bonnet? Don't think. Drink. Tribute liqueur blankets the mind with soothing numbness you'll feel from lobe to lobe. And it only marginally impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to Automex after imbibing.
Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate
Worthless
described
bodies.
Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Go through them if necessary.
Adversary vulnerability.
Commander's almost dead.
Where's our boss?
I'll fix on their weaknesses.
Your change!
Check your scopes for combatant and try to limit our damage, Commander.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
And inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our society. When we comply together, we thrive together. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to...
Stop talking.
Combatant scan.
Eliminate.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Worthless
Hope you're not afraid of heights. Looks like we have some jumping to do.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, rather quickly, I found myself acclimating to the situation and resumed what had been my normal banter with the now jealous auto-contriver Hahn.
Resorting to
Given her
violence.
always frigid demeanor, my disposition is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And, refreshingly, I can now finish my anecdotes without interruption. Frankly,
Target analyzed.
her hybrid
Lay
boarding
down.
number makes her a better companion now
Let's swap
than
in
she always
crime.
thought.
I think it's a get my claw.
Breaking for cover!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
It's number 5.
Pain!
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents I Red Cloak.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Mysterious sentinel who roots out the root of thought. I Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses the eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household.
I wonder if there's some way for the machines you've accessed to help me in my research. Please excuse me while I explore the various possibilities.
I Red Cloak. Our hero was betrayed and whisked to the consumerist den of Auntie's Choice, strapped to their brutal brand loyalizer. Will she survive Auntie's barbaric imitation of our perfect mental refreshment process? Thrill to her daring display of defiance in Episode 3, Brand... and disloyalty.
Any final words about your precious perfect community? Console paradigm such before we flip.
For all their purported immaculacy, they certainly left a higgledy-piggledy night. Our illustrious allies, we do protect your hand. Junior Seer Amaryllis await you inside.
Felicitations on securing the archive. Though such an outcome was all but inevitable, the plan truly is unfailing. Moving forward, I'll function as your liaison for all matters pertaining to the archive, until such time as its control has been transferred in its entirety back to the Order. In the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains a top priority. If you've made progress in that area, I'd be pleased to record it. Wonderful! Were we to operate the archive without proper heat distribution, the results would be disastrous. But thankfully, we no longer need to account for that deadly scenario. Punch processing and reactor control have hidden caches with useful items as well. Although, you probably lack clearance to know that. Forget I said anything. Well argued. Very well. I'm certain you will be economical about using Order resources, won't you? Simply use this phrase in the terminal on the archive's top floor. Enumerative exaltation. That will unseal the caches. Return when you've made progress.
Contraption's actually kind of soothing. Does it go higher?
Set to maximum loyalization. 1010%. What happened? Why'd the thing stop?
Your machine tried to break me. Instead.
That's
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
You cannot miss who already has everything.
Reactor or punch card processing? I'm not embarrassed to admit I have an interest in seeing more of the innards of this computronic behemoth.
It's the Order. They've come to take Red Cloak and me away. And right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprat Crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour, not a moment too soon by the look of things. To recover Red Cloak, unspoiled by your
peculiarity, mirrors, and laws, and tolerate such disorderly conduct.
Dunning here. I'm the one who lured Red Cloak to Auntie's clutches and brokered this deal. It's a real win-win. Big payday for Auntie's Choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak.
Like me!
gets to study Red Cloak. See the effects of abundance on a human brain unaddled by want or overthinking.
The deal is off! Red Cloak's resistance to the Loyalizer has proven the emptiness of our society. We consumerists wish to be her neighbors in the protectorate. If you will have us.
Gladly. I will on behalf of the Council. Zealous new neighbors in Auntie's choice. Raise your arms against these Order traitors.
You cannot turn on us. It defies all logic. Equations save us. A squared plus B squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
Oh no. No, no, no. I will not let you drag me back to Eden, Red Cloak. Any of your new anti-pals makes a move, you get it right between the eyes.
And so Red Cloak finds herself staring down a gun barrel brandished by her traitorous former partner, who finds himself staring down the barrels of Red Cloak's new corporate allies. Will Red Cloak defuse this standoff between Auntie and the Order? Expect the expected in the...
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? No need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You need special permissions to override them.
Here I will.
Thank the Sovereign. Or Consul. Thank the Consul.
Huh?
Hostilities are afoot.
To corpse.
Test my morality. Sir, the paradigm's planned without pause. It's an honor and a gift when I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
And here I'd worried our data brick wouldn't arrive. Investigating hostile intentions.
Plasma smelted, Sirenium gassed,
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the written processing instructions.
Looks like we could ride this down.
But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole.
This is
Resorting to fire. Ratcheting up my aggression. A death trap.
Whose pain? Serving!
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
And now, the latest word on superior protectorate products. Our non-protectorate neighbors dine on dreck for breakfast.
Worthless bodies.
Mind the hostile.
That way lies chaos. Tribute pancakes, the sensible, circular, subdued breakfast food. Tribute pancakes, just like the matriarch used to eat. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Next up, music to
The console
invigorate your
provides,
mind.
the
So
system
you can
abides.
serve the greater good at a price with a true adherence zeal.
Yeah!
Hurt like us.
Reactor turret defenses online.
Stop talking.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed. the archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
Next, a small sampling.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security system.
Reactor fire suppression system online.
Prestige Force Loaf. It's contentment in a can.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
That automech is enormous. How is that practical to have indoors?
Shine a light on the
Target analyzed. Lay down fire, taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the battle attack.
Beginning to attack.
shorn of context in their deceitful broadcasts, as if I would
Help you?
Hostilities are afoot. Suture me up. It would improve your odds.
absolute power. Such nonsense. I'm merely acting on the spot. Chose it for me, as it does for all. Our enemies can twist my words and intentions all they want. It will only steal a resolve to purge them from Arcadia. Our system will be free of these impurities soon enough.
Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence feel.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Investigating hostile intentions.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Extra special update from everyone's neighbor, Prudence. All is well, and life is perfect. Our bellies are full of wholesome food. We want for nothing. Not a care in the world.
You're so right, Prudence. Our every need is met. I suppose if I had one want, it would be to visit the matriarch's tomb on Clayton.
No shame in that, Sebastian Prescott. Our subjects trying to be exposed to the matriarch. Her tomb is a trove of inspiring exhibits and artifacts of her remarkable life. All Protectorate subjects once pilgrimaged to her tomb, but alas, it lies outside our fortified territory on Praetor. Now only the best among us may visit, accompanied by security.
One of the great tragedies of this war, Prudence.
Rest assured, her tomb still remains in Protectorate hands, guarded by an army of automechs, and that will never change. You may yet get your chance to pilgrimage.
Your words fill me with hope, Prudence.
Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to...
Not if I make the pilgrimage first, which I most certainly will, given Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that Rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founder, the charismatic mathematician, to help nudge humanity toward its ultimate ascendance, to hinder outsiders from disrupting our perfect system.
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
At some point, humanity's knowledge of the universe and its workings will allow it sufficient means to end suffering, war, famine, disease, even death. Why not expedite that? Error, 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 error. Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Doors are open. You should go see what this is all about.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously, foster dependence, denounce interdependence, promote the informer, condemn the questioner, radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. A perfect community with every luxury save.
No finer victory beyond the vanquished foe. No greater luxury could any subject know than giving tenderly of body, blood, and bone to Arcadia, our nation's strongest stone. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home, such comfortable plenty for each.
Save freedom. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. A perfect community with every luxury save freedom. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry about you endangering your mutually assured means of success.
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR strategy, advert copy, and jingles. Nanofish, it's the manner which you'll consume fatty acids and potassium. A unique taste sensation makes you say ew, yum.
Be advised. Your present course of action is remarkably unsound.
Are you? Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make together. I could process your data faster than the others. Easily. The charismatic mathematician would surely oppose this. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an invitation for others to come eat your lunch. Folks tend to get fighting mad when you jeopardize their livelihood. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners? Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad? Think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay its ascendance. You are reducing the archive to a suboptimal state.
At the line of scrummage for more vigor enhancement from the robustness routine of the Eden League.
We have some exciting exertions today, Prudence. First, everybody limber up those limbs with 20 jumping jacks. Spiritedly, flail like everybody's watching. No rest for the wobbly. Time for bludgeoning drills. Neighbor up and stand head to head. 50 sticks held in the standard death tender grip. Ready?
Priority recoupled.
Bludgeon. Classic kicking combinations.
Ah, much better. Knew you'd come around.
Face, groin. Earlobes. Put some swing in your swing. Don't stop until you drop. And or hear something pop. Build that resistance and blunt force for the matriarch. Connect to this regimen, and you will wind up as starting hacker for the protectors of humanity. The best team in the system.
Ahem. I believe you meant to say the matriarch's marvel.
Commit to this regimen.
Ah, knew you'd come around. Priority. Knew you'd priority. Ah, much better.
Team in the system. Until the next session, fellows, stay clear of the penalty bucket.
Now on to other matters. Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
Every day I am feeling all myself in his name. I know this to be true. He cares for you. Sovereign deserves all your love.
Ah, much better.
Uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you.
Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come. Priority. Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around. Ah. Knew you'd come. Priority recoupled. Priority. Ah. Priority. Priority. Knew you'd come around. Ah, much better. Ah, much better. Priority. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come around.
Solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Priority recoupled. Ah, much better. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Time to process the Rift data. Finally.
Shall I proceed? Facetious employment of sarcasm detected. Electing to ignore. Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration. 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease.
just a start. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rich data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us. All right. Further scavenging it is.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Calcaduceus, if you please. You agreed to turn over the relic after processing your data. Are you indicating you now intend to deviate from this compact? The Order prepares for all eventualities. I'll allow you to draw your own conclusions regarding what will happen should you break our accord. If you will not cooperate, then you must be eliminated as a source of impediment.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Go for torpification.
Your change!
A meticulously designed marvel where
Like me! Hazard benefits!
I would not refuse medical support.
can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem. Like those
For Gary! Where's our boss? For Gary!
Carrier's benefit! For Andy! Better than overtime! For Gary! Service!
Spatial coordinates. Engaging.
Non-concede! Carrier benefit! Benefits! Apart!
Gain line of sight to target.
Not my blood! Your change! For Andy!
I care little for the current Order administration. I care even less for seeing my fellow scienticians slaughtered. It is taking every fiber of my willpower to keep this from turning to violence. I'd say farewell, but do less damage seems more appropriate. You see me again, it'll be the last sight you ever see.
The computational power housed in this place is really incomprehensible. If only I had access to it in my earlier life. Mission, murder, dismember! I mean, let's get...
Next, a small sampling of protectorate abundance. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Libation to imbibe in celebration.
Stop talking.
Done well.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, May I inquire into your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just a start. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us. All right. Further scavenging it is.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Calcaduceus, if you please. You agreed to turn over the relic after processing your data. Are you indicating you now intend to deviate from this compact? Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. In the interests of time, allow me to propose how next to proceed. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just a start.
Yes, this will do perfectly. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate's...
You fixed the archive and turned it over? No tricks.
Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date. Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date. I agree, our groups could accomplish much together. Should our mutual alliance begin?
Soundly, knowing we are safe from enemies without, and the occasional misguided subject within. Why, we've got word that our beloved Sentinel...
Something smells delicious, and I think it's probably you.
Mental refreshment is too good for these faithless former enforcers of Protectorate justice.
So true. Our tireless sentinels are relentless in their pursuit, closing on these disgraced arbiters' traitorous heels. So take comfort that the
Something smells delicious. I think it's probably you.
blood of our enemies, grinding them into bones and dust, and sleep peacefully.
I know I will. Well then, moving on.
As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a fusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm is perfect for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. All have and defended. Perfection is perfect. Is it? Not. Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. Success is really the only option. I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are the best. Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. It's incredible, the automex and us. How they aid us and never make fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders' mind is confounding. Perfection is perfect.
Now watching.
It's not. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection.
And now, the latest word on superior Protectorate products. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka. Distilled with zeal. Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
Our system is sublime. Best ever to be had.
Agent. Just the individual I had designated this time to converse with.
Our paradigm is ironclad.
As should be self-evident, I have dispensed with the slavish whims of the body. My mind is clearer than it has ever been, and I have you to thank.
With soothing numbness, you'll feel from lobe to lobe, and it only marginally impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to Automax after imbibing.
Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue.
Of course, the chances of a negative outcome were always negligible. But now, congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here, but allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally, lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you. Your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this. When the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will not only have the support of Auntie's Choice and the Order. I will stand with you, personally. Were I still shackled to ego, I might have succumbed to some instinct for self-preservation. But my presence improves the odds of our success, and so there is no other decision to be made.
Can't afford. If my younger self could see me now, exchanging pleasantries with a mercenary in the heart of a nest of traitors. Were my life a serial, I'd say it was a mite contrived.
Number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Hostilities are afoot.
Combatant scan. Medic!
Please!
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter.
The corporate stooges and the Order were good for only one thing, laying waste to one another. Now they are allies? I'm disturbed by the implications of this alliance. But the Protectorate will yet prevail. Mark my words.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. This unit has been continuously analyzing and reanalyzing the data since this conversation began. There is no error. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. Acknowledged. Transitioning to Good News Protocol. As this unit was corroborating data on the anomaly, a message was also received from your allies, Commander. Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that their forces will be prepared to render you assistance once you navigate to Horizon Point. Commanders are expected to lead their teams by example. Well done on meeting base expectations, Commander. Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and data analysis, Commander.
If that blockade had been staffed by staunch Protectorate defenders, we never would have been able to overcome it. Truly a sorry defense.
If x is the square root of -1, and you distribute the two binomials together, then the coefficient is... Oh, sorry. Help you with something? May all our travails add to the equation.
Figures that after all our time avoiding rifts, our next mission has us heading right toward one. But that suits me fine. You know I can't go a day without attempting some heroics in the face of danger. Soon as you're ready to travel there, I'll be standing alongside you.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story.
Never thought I'd see the day the Order stoops so low as to pal around with Auntie's Choice. I know your intentions were good, but do you really see these two staying cozy past war's end? Or magnify them. But who knows? This merger's already saving lives, so I suppose it was worth the effort. Nicely done, Commander.
The cultist known as Azza has been admitted to the ship roster. Among her registered weapons is what she refers to as her disemboweling knife. This unit reminds the commander that anticoagulants are your first line of defense when injury occurs.
Neither migraines, nor muscle aches, nor plasma weapon cauterizations will stay thee from thine appointed tasks. When duty calls, call on Matriarch's own Mercy Oxymorphone. It's the pain subjugator.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.